everybody, and welcome to another tutorial. Today I'm going to show you how to make this really cool Amalia bracelet, and this was designed by Loom on Instagram. But before I kind of go any further, I would just like to say I am sorry for not having a tutorial up for the past couple days. I've had a cold, which you can probably tell right now my voice is not at its best, and it's a little bit stuffy, so that's kind of why I didn't have a tutorial, but I'm doing one now just because I haven't done one in a while, so yeah. So anyway, I'm going to bring up her profile, Andrea Loom X's profile, so here we are. Her name is Andrea Loom X, sorry, and I will have her name in the description box below, so definitely make sure to check out her account and give her a follow for me. I'm just going to go through a quick overview of her profile while these photos load. She has some really nice renditions and edits and colors and, you know, a lot of fun stuff, so definitely make sure to check out her account on Instagram, give her a follow for me because her account is pretty cool. And I'll also have her name in the description box below, just like I've said before. So what we're going to do is make this. So what you're going to need is 4 or 5 colors. Today I'm using just 4 so I don't confuse you when I do the center part. And you're going to need 4 bar pins like this. You're going to need a hook, a C-clip, and also this is just the back side of the bracelet. This is the part that you loom, and this is the part that comes out when you place your bands. So I really like both sides. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. To start, we're going to be laying our white bands, which are our border bands. Today I am using opaque turquoise, so let's go ahead and get started. This top pin you may want 1 or 2 bands across. I actually had to remove the one when I made this full wrap, so I'm going to put 2 on because it's very, very tight at the top. It was very difficult for me to get off the top, so I'm putting 2 there. Then you're going to go out to the left and out to the right, and then you're going to go straight forward, and then you're just going to go straight until you reach the second to last peg on both ends of your loom. And I'll show you what that will look like when we get up there. On your way down, make sure that you are pushing your bands down so that you have room to loop and place the next couple layers, because we will have 4 layers today. And when you reach the second to last peg, this is what it's going to look like. You're going to stop here, and then we're not going to do anything else yet because we still have to lay another layer of bands before we can do anything else with the border. So come back to the beginning. We're now going to be placing these inner bands here. Here it's turquoise, jelly, and burgundy brown, and then it's these single chains on the back. And I'm just going to be using one color, which is Caribbean green today. And what you're going to do is start from this bottom left peg, and you're going to go up to the 3rd peg up here. So stretch your bands very far. I wouldn't recommend limited edition bands for this, especially because limited edition bands don't stretch as far. And then again, you're going to mirror this on the right, so take it from this right pin up to this 3rd left. And then you're going to go up 1 pin and stretch it up to 1 above where this was. So go here, and you're stretching it to the pin that's right above here. And then you're going to repeat this all the way down your loom. You're just going to go up 1 pin, and then all the way up and across. So as you reach the end of your loom is going to look something like this. Your two last X bands will stop here, up at these last two pegs, and then we're going to take two more of our turquoise bands, our border color, and now we're going to go into the center, just like this. Now once you've done that, get your third color, or your fourth color, which is going to be the teal in this bracelet, and I'm going to be using opaque pink today. So come back to the beginning of your loom, and we're going to be placing 2 single chains on the second and third pegs here. So just starting here and placing a regular single chain going straight down the loom. Also, I'm trying to talk as little as I can so that I don't, annoy you guys with my stuffy nose voice. But again, make sure that you are pushing your bands down as you go down the loom. And then once you have finished that, go ahead and come back to the beginning of your loom. We're going to place our last bands, which in this bracelet is gold. It's a little bit harder to see on this side. It's kind of more visible on this back side. So for the gold today, I will be using metallic blue. By the way, all of my bands can be found on rainbowloom.com, and the turquoise and the pink can be found at Michael's. So anyway, you're going to start from the second center pin here, or second peg on the center pins, and you're just going to go up into the outside. So you're going to create a parallel line to this band that goes to the outside here. And you're going to do that again, and you're going to do this all the way up your loom. And then once you get to the top, it should look like this. And you want to push down these bands a little bit so that you have room to loop. And then once you have finished that, go ahead and put your bands away, except for one last band, which I'm using turquoise for. It's going to be the cap band that goes on these two pegs. So I'm going to get my hook, and I'm going to cap this turquoise band just like that, and then apply it across these two pegs, just like that. So once you have finished that, go ahead and turn your loom around so that the arrows are pointing towards you, and it's time to start the looping. So you're going to go underneath of this cap band here, and you're going to grab that top pink band, and you're going to pull it straight forward. Same thing on this side, grab the top pink band, pull it straight forward. So now once you have done that, we're going to loop this metallic blue, so grab it, pull it down to the outside, just like that. And same here, pull this down to the outside, then go back inside of this first cap band and grab the next top band, which will be your turquoise, and pull it to the outside onto itself, and then this side too, pull it onto itself. So once you have finished that, you're going to go underneath the top two stitches. It'll be one turquoise and one metallic blue. You're going to grab that bottom metallic blue stitch, and you're going to pull it into the center. The stitch is also very similar to my Zaitosa bracelet. Like, there's a stitch in there that does this, and in the ladybug bracelet as well. So if you are not familiar with this stitch, it is just grabbing the bottom piece of the band that you brought over and pulling it back to the other side. So then once you do that, you're just going to pull this pink band straight forward and straight forward. And you're going to do this again, so go ahead and grab this blue metallic band and pull it down to itself and down to itself. Then go inside of here to grab that bottom border band, pull it straight up and straight up. Now it should look like this. You're going to go inside of here underneath of that first turquoise and the first metallic blue. Grab that bottom metallic blue, pull it into the center, and same thing here, grab the bottom metallic blue and pull it into the center. Make sure that it doesn't pop off. And then you're going to do this all the way down your loom, and then I'm going to show you what you do with the Caribbean green bands, but when you get to the end of the Caribbean green bands, you actually have to do another looping step because otherwise your bracelet will fall apart. So make sure to pay attention as you do that. I'm just going to go ahead and continue this portion of the bracelet, and then I'll show you what to do next. Remember to loop out the metallic blue first and then pull up your border bands. Make sure you don't do that. This process is the most time-consuming part, so that's why it's taking a little bit longer, but I am almost at the top. Then at the top you would just pull these two single chain pink bands forward and then push them down. You can also go ahead and pull this turquoise band forward here, but don't pull it into the center yet. So go ahead and push your bands down on these two center pins and come back to the beginning. Now we're going to be looping these X bands in the center, which is my Caribbean green. So go underneath the cap band, grab that long stretch X band, you're just going to pull it straight up to the pin right above it, and then grab this Caribbean green band and just pull it straight to the pin above it, just like that. Then all you have to do is go to the very bottom, grab that Caribbean green band and pull it straight forward, grab this Caribbean green band, pull it straight forward. So it's just like looping another single chain, though the front side is a little bit different since it's in an X shape. So you'll just loop this up all the way up your loom, and I also like to take this cap band off. But this is where it gets a little bit tricky, so at the very end of this looping sequence. If you don't pay attention, your bracelet will fall all the way apart and you will not be satisfied. Hopefully. I mean, I don't think you would be satisfied if your bracelet fell apart, but you never know. So once you finish pulling the X's up to here, you will notice there's no more X's in the bottom of this peg down here to pull forward. So now what you're going to do is grab 2 more of your pink bands. I'm going to take my pink band, and I'm going to turn my loom to this side. You're going to put the pink band on top of this peg, and you can put this one here. I just like to hold on to this right now. You're going to go all the way down through this pin here, through all of those bands, and I'm going to stick my hook through there, and I'm going to grab, this pink, oh my gosh, my bands are slippery today. Grab this pink band, and I just like to put it on the pin here, and then pull it through, and then transfer it straight forward. So you are grabbing all of these bands and pulling it straight forward. And then here, same thing, so you can either set it on here or hold it for later. I'm going to tilt my loom a little bit like this now, go all the way down through all of those bands, and then put the pink band on your hook, and once your pink band is on your hook, put it there, then pull this through, and my hook's actually backwards, so put this, on top of this peg. And this is really tight up here, so definitely make sure to have your bands nicely arranged. Then all you have to do is pull this turquoise band up into the center, this turquoise band up into the center, and we will have our last 2 turquoise bands down here. So go ahead and, well, I have 2. I'm going to go ahead and grab it and pull it and hold it. And same with this other side. It's a little bit more difficult on this side, but I'm going to put both ends on my hook. And then once you pull the top section off, it should not be that hard. It's still a little bit tight. I think it's actually pretty tight, especially if you use, whichever bands you use. But then once you pull it off the loom, this is the back side, and that's corresponds to this side here. You can always pull out the sides and straighten out those bands. This is the front side, so this is what it will look like with one color. And that's going to do it for this tutorial. So thank you for watching, and make sure to give a thumbs up and subscribe. And I will have I'll have Andrea Loom X's name in the description box below, so make sure to check out her account, give her a follow for me. And that's all I'm going to have for you guys today, so I hope to see you tomorrow.